Okay, so you've finally done it. You have penetrated the exalted world of the 1% or even the 0.1%, and you've been asked to fly as a guest on a private jet. Here are the 16 do's and don'ts of being a guest on a private jet, because first and foremost, you want to be asked back. You want that repeat invitation. So here we go. Once you receive the invitation, offer to cater the plane. This is a tremendous thing that you can do that the host will be very, very grateful for. Chances are they're not going to accept the offer, but if they do, it's just great, and the cost is nominal compared to the value that you're going to be getting by going on this trip. Once you ask, then get a name of who the catering company is at the fixed base operator, and they will give you names and they'll take it from there. Number 2, inquire about the dress code. There may not be a dress code, but it's a nice form of courtesy to show the respect for the owner of the jet, that you are cognizant of what one should wear when making this trip. Number 3, do not ask to bring a guest. When you start dealing with the 0.1%, they are very conflict averse. They do not like it. They will say yes, but you will never get another invitation. So don't ask. Anything in this regard, wait for them to offer. And by the way, this could be, the owner could be the kid of mogul, and you're in college and you're going on a ski weekend to Colorado, anywhere, but they still observe these protocols. So it's time to show up, right? It's the arrival time. Do not be late. Owners are very strict and very mindful of departure times. There's weather considerations, there's crewing considerations, there's tarmac fees. So when they say we're wheels up at 2 o'clock, you be there at 1:15 ready to go. The next one, do not bring a guest. I know we mentioned don't ask to bring a guest. Even worse thing you can do is to show up with somebody that's unexpected. Do not ever do that. The next thing is, don't bring too much luggage. Pack light. You know what the mission's going to be. You know where you're going to be skiing or whether you're going to be partying, maybe warm weather, whatever. 1 bag, 2 maximum. Do not bring too much luggage. Number 7, do be the last person to board and be seated. Owners and the children of owners who fly regularly, or anybody who's invited you on this jet, have a favorite place. If you're the first on the airplane and sit in that spot, they won't tell you to move, and that's their spot. Instead, they'll be stewing about it the entire trip, and you'll never be invited back. Number 8, listen to the safety briefing. Show the flight crew the respect that they deserve, and for your safety, listen to what they're saying. I know it's a private jet. I know the FAA is not looking over your shoulder, but they are making that announcement for your benefit. Please act engaged, because the owner's going to be looking at you, and they're going to appreciate that you take your safety and their safety very, very serious. Okay, so now we're on the airplane. Everybody's happy. It's time to go. We take off. We're having a good time. Do not ask the flight crew for anything. Not a drink, not a bag of pretzels, not a glass of water, nothing. They're flying the plane. They're getting things situated, and they'll make themselves available to you when it's appropriate for them. On a smaller jet, this may be the co-pilot that comes back and asks you if you'd like a beverage. On a larger jet, it very well may be an in-flight host or hostess that's going to ask you for drinks. Either way, don't ask them for anything. Number 10, only drink clear liquids. Vodka, white wine, carbonated water, 7-Up, that's it. You do not want to be the one that spills that red wine all over that carpet, and for the next few weeks they're looking at that red stain and they're remembering what a mistake it was to invite you. Only clear liquids. Number 11, and this one's kind of touchy, don't use a restroom. You can go tinkle I don't have a better way to say it. You can do that, but unless it's an emergency, do not use the restroom. Trust me, I've been on an airplane where this has happened, and it is just not cool. Don't need to go into a lot of details. It's self-explanatory. Do not use the restroom. Number 12, don't get drunk. Do not get drunk. You don't want to be silly. You want to act like you belong there. This is your native habitat. You've been watching these videos. You've been studying the ethos of the 1%. You've now arrived into their world, their ecosystem. Don't get drunk. The uber wealthy are always in control, and you don't want to act like this is such an anomaly that you have to get drunk to celebrate. The last thing for when we're in flight is no writing utensils. Don't bring out any pens, don't bring out any pencils, don't draw any charts. Make notes on your phone, write on your phone, and that's it. I have a friend who was on an airplane, a pen fell out of his pocket, and he sat down and it penetrated that material on that leather on the seat. You do not want to do that. Trust me. Even though you're going to fix it, whatever, they don't want that heartache. These people just like an experience that's free-flowing, calm, and uneventful. Number 14, they're very private. Their location, the location of the aircraft, what they're doing, they don't want spread around. Do not take any photographs on the aircraft, and do not post to social media what you're doing. If they do it or if they offer it, that's fine. But don't start taking the Instagram photograph of you in front of the private jet or on the jet or anything like that. It may be appropriate. They may say, would you like a picture? In that instance, that's great. Okay, so now we've flown the flight, we've landed. There's two things you have to do when you're done. Get off the plane. Do not tip the air crew. Don't tip them. Because if you tip the pilot or the flight attendant, what you're telling the owner is that they're not compensating this person enough. You're not paying them enough. So you, as a guest, have to tip them. This is a huge no-no. They are being compensated very, very well, and your $100 or $200 or whatever is just going to be an insult. And then finally, number 16, once you get home, write a handwritten, heartfelt thank you note. This is rarely done. It's much appreciated, and it puts you at the top of the list to be invited again. So these are the 16 do's and don'ts for being a guest on a private aircraft. There are a lot more, but they all fall under the heading of common sense. You know those. You're in a position to be asked. You've accomplished that. So now you've joined the elite circle of the true jet set. Okay, so like, share, subscribe for more tips and mindsets, the ethos of the 1%, and we'll be coming back. Thank you very much.